Hello everyone, my name is Nargis Nasreen. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's start today's video. So today in this video we are going to talk about SQL Views. So let's first try to understand what is this. So it is basically a virtual table in which we get the contents from the existing table, or we can say the base table. So the meaning is it's not a real table. That means the view itself doesn't contain real data. The data is physically stored in the base table. Okay. So let's first try to understand like how to create a view, and then we will see like why do we use this, like why there is a need for this view. Okay. So for this purpose, what we are going to do, we are going to use this employees database, and from this we are going to work on the table which is department underscore employee. So let me first show you the structure of this. So you'll be writing select star from department underscore employee. Okay, so let's see. So we get the four columns, that is employee number, department number, from date to date. Okay, so as you can see, there are so many employees here with their departments and their from date and to date. But if you notice, there are few employees number that is repeating. Let's see this one, 10010. And why this is repeating? Maybe because this person has changed their department. That is why. Because if you see from date to date, so this person worked in department D004 from this date to this date, and then he changed or like their department, and from this date to this date he worked in department 6 D006. And like this, there's so many employees that are repeating because they might be changing their employees and everything. I mean departments. So let's continue. So let me know one thing, like if you want to see those employees who have changed their department at least one, how you are going to do that? So it's very simple thing, like it's not related to views. I'm just asking. So if you know the answer, you can put it down in the comment. And yeah, let me show you also like how to do that. Yeah, so that there will not be any confusion. So it's very simple. So what we'll be doing, let's say we are going to write down select star, and I want to see what, like how many times. I also want to see how many times they have changed the departments. Okay, so we are going to write down count, and how we can get that? We can get that from the count of employee number, right? So yeah, and then what we can do, we can write down, we can name this first as, let's say now, from where? From department underscore employee, I'm sorry, employee. And then what we need to do, we need to just group by employee number, and then we have to use this having for condition where num is greater than 1, because we need to see those employees who has changed their departments at least once, right? So let's see. So this is the query that will give us the answer. So let's see, and we get the answer. Okay, so these are the employees, and I think they all have changed their departments 2 times. Okay, so that is fine. I mean, only one time. It's the count of employee basically. So I think all of them has changed the department only one time. Okay, so this is not related to views. Let's continue. Let's step to the topic. So now let me show you like what we are exactly going to do. So what I want to do, I want to create a view that is going to help me to see like the recent, like how recently they changed their department. Okay, their recent from date. Okay, so how we can do that? Okay, so first of all, we are going to do what? We are going to start writing view query, but we should know first how to write it. It's very simple. We have to write on create view. Okay, and one more thing we can add. It's not necessary, but it's good to add. That is or replace. Okay, so if you're using replace, then you have to remove view from here and you have to put it here. What is the meaning of this? The meaning is, if this view you have already created it before by the same name, it is going to replace it. Or if you are going to create it for the first time, then it will get created. Okay, then you have to name this view. So let's say we are going to name this as latest date, because we are checking this. Okay, and then you have to write down as. And now we are going to write down the same thing that we can get using select query. Okay, so what we will do, we are going to write down select employee number. I want to see the latest date, so I will be using max function, and I will write down it's from date, not latest date, from date, as from date, and then I will do the same thing for to date also, because you have to get the latest one. To date, as to date, from where? From department underscore employee, right? And then you have to group by also. Okay, so let's do it, because we are using this aggregate function. So we are going to group it by employee number, right? Okay, so this is it. Let's try to execute, but before executing it, let's do one thing. Let me execute this much query only without view, so that we can see how exactly it is going to return us the result. So let me execute this. And yeah, we get it. So this is the latest from date and to date of every employee. Okay, of every employee. And if you see, all of them are different. They are not, it's not repeating. See, 10. We have it only one time, because we are extracting them recently, how recently they have changed their department. Okay. Now let me execute this query. Okay. So this is done. As you can see, this green tick is here, but we do not get anything in return. So what exactly happened? Okay, and how we are going to check this view? So to check this view, what we have to do, we have to go in this schema section, and we have to click on this refresh icon. If you are going to refresh on this, you will see this views option here, right? Let's open this, and you will see the view that we just created. And in this, we have these three columns, that is employee number, from date, and to date. Now, how to check this? So to check this, you have to go on here, and then you need to click on this table sign, if you see, the third one, the last one. And from here, it is going to show you the structure of the view. And this is basically the query to extract the view. Okay. And by doing this also, we can get the structure. So yeah, we are getting the same thing, right? But we are getting it now using the view, not as select command. We have created the view. Now the thing is, why do we use it? Like, we are getting the same thing using select command also. Then why does it need to create it? Can't we just do it using select command only? So we can do it, but there is one big reason to create views, and that is, let's say there is a website and there are so many users, and let's say that multiple users are requesting similar kind of data. Okay, they want to see this data only, like the employee number, the latest from date, and to date. So every time they're requesting, we are not going to write a separate query for them, and then we are going to show the data. Obviously, we are not going to do that. So in such cases, what do? We just create views. Okay. And whatever type of data they are going to request, if we have the view created, we are just going to show the data. Okay. Through that view. I hope you are getting it. So what this is going to do, you now every time the user is going to request a similar type of data, you will be using the same view to show the output. You do not have to write down the query again and again. Okay, so basically it is going to act as a shortcut for writing the same select statement every time a new request is going to be made by any certain user. Okay, now what are the other advantages? We just saw the very big advantage, and I think that is enough. To get other advantages also, you can easily relate and find it, but still let me tell you. So it is going to do what? It is going to save a lot of coding time, obviously, because you are not writing the code every time there is going to be a request. You already have created a view, and you're just going to show the output of that view to the user who is going to request similar type of data. So it is going to obviously save the coding time. Second advantage can be it do not take extra memory. Obviously, it is very much clear from this. It is obviously not going to take or occupy extra memory because we are doing it only one time and we are showing the same output to every user who is requesting for this type of data. Okay, so this is all about views and this is how we create a view. Now you can create different type of view like whatever you want. It's very simple. You just saw it. Now let me tell you one more thing that when we create a view, it is actually a dynamic, it acts as a dynamic table. And what is the meaning of this? The meaning is, let's say you are going to make a change in the base table. That is the real table. You are going to make any change in the real table and you have already created a view of it before. So it's not like you have to again create a view every time you are going to update. No. Every time you are going to update something in the real table, the view will automatically get updated. Okay, so this is again one advantage. So that is why we say that it acts as a dynamic table because it instantly reflects the data and structural changes that we are going to make in the base table. Okay, but see, even though there are so many advantages, still we have to remember this thing that they are not real. They are virtual. They are the view of the real table. Okay, and what is the meaning of that? The meaning is we cannot insert or update the information that has already been extracted. So you cannot do anything in this view. You cannot add any data. You cannot update any data. You cannot delete any data in this view. You can do that in base table, but not in the view because they do not contain data. It's just a virtual, we can say reflection of the real data. Okay. So yeah, this is all about SQL views. I hope you have understood. And still, if you get any question, do let me know. And if you have any topic that you want me to create a video on about that, you can just write it down in the comment and I will do that. Okay, so that is all about today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have liked it. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. So have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.